You're listening to the Morning Zoom with Sam and Jane.
Sam, you know I'm always interested in hearing the stories of fellow participants in the annual Bladder Cancer Walk, right?
Yes, of course.
Well, most of the walkers are taking part either in memory of a loved one who lost their life to bladder cancer, as is the case with me and my mom, Sandy. Others are walking to support loved ones who are either going through bladder cancer treatment or who have survived bladder cancer. Shannon Wilson of Brockville is a nurse who is walking for her husband, who was diagnosed with bladder cancer and treated before the disease returned. Her story is special since she's planning a 101-kilometer walking journey over the weekend of September 25th and 26th. Shannon has joined us to talk more about her special story. Hi there, Shannon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. I want to know how your husband is doing first.
He's doing really well. 3 days before our daughter got married, he went in for a routine surveillance checkup, and unfortunately we found out that his bladder cancer had returned. So he had been doing well since 2014. So he underwent surgery August 25th, and he will soon start treatments again. So a little bit, discouraging, but he's pretty tough, and we're just going to start this all over again.
I think it's wonderful that you are keeping... What's your husband's first name?
Kent.
It's terrific that you're keeping Kent in mind, that you're motivated by all that he's going through, and inspired by him enough to take this journey next weekend.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a tough one for sure. I might have bitten off more than I can chew, but I'm a bit determined, and, you feel helpless when all this is going on. So this kind of puts me in a better frame of mind.
Shannon, 101 kilometers. Why 101 kilometers? What is the significance? And that is a heck of a long walk.
My best friend, Alison, and I, we walk all the time, and especially during COVID, it was very, very stressful as nurses. And I looked to see how far it was from my house to Ottawa, where Kent has been getting all of his treatments. And it's 101 kilometers exactly. And I called my friend Alison. Her dad actually is a bladder cancer survivor. So this is very meaningful to both of us. And we said, let's do it. Let's walk 101 kilometers. So we're going to do it all on the Saturday. We're going to walk the whole thing in one day. And we figure It's going to take us about 20 hours based on our 50K time. That's where we came up with the distance.
Okay, that's amazing. Are you? What is the path? Are you guys going to actually go to Ottawa, or are you planning to do it in the Brockville area, or what's your strategy, Shannon?
Yeah. So originally, I thought I'll walk from my house to the hospital, but then, it's highways. It's probably not safe. I'm going to have to do a lot of this in the dark, and we live very close to the Islands Parkway, which is a beautiful bike path that stretches 39 kilometers from kind of just a little bit east or west of Brockville going to Gananoque. And we're going to just walk back and forth on that path until we hit 101 kilometers.
I know, like myself, you can speak very highly about Bladder Cancer Canada and the great work that they do. And you're fundraising with your walk. I'm fundraising as well. And you also have another connection to bladder cancer as a nurse. Tell us about your experience working with bladder cancer patients.
Yeah, I work in the recovery room at Brockville General Hospital. And when Kent first got diagnosed with bladder cancer, he was in his 40s. So kind of unheard of, and doesn't really have any of the risk factors associated with it. So it was a bit of a shock. I was working in emergency, and at that time, I really hadn't thought much about bladder cancer, never really heard anything about it. And since I've moved up to surgical services, I'm shocked by the patients that come through, well, at least 3 days a week, where we're removing bladder tumors. So it's very, very common.
It's become, not so much the disease has become more prevalent, but people have become much more aware of bladder cancer as a result of the efforts of Bladder Cancer Canada and the annual walk. Shannon, for those people who want to support you, go to bccwalk.ca and look up Shannon's name. Shannon Wilson of Brockville, and there's also information and my involvement at zoomerradio.ca.
And that was our guest, Shannon Wilson. Thanks for being with us. Thanks so much. I know your goal is $5,000. I almost hate to say it because wouldn't it be great if you could get $10,000, right?
Yes.
So you wanted the very least $5,000. Is that the message?
Yeah, that's right. But we're actually, I think, almost close to 6,000 now. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah, we have a huge support system in Brockville, and it's crazy how people rally behind you when things get a little tough.
Good luck. Get some good running shoes, and good luck next weekend, Shannon.
Okay, thank you so much.